Hello everyone, this is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today's January 24th, 2019, and today we are going to look at Micron, American Airlines, and then I'm going to show you a live trade for the GBP versus PLN in Forex that I'm going to enter in live while I'm doing this video to show you what it looks like based upon how I trade using my Lightning Trade setup. So without further ado, let's look at some charts. So the first one we are going to look at is American Airlines. They reported today their earnings beat Wall Street's estimates. So let's see what the stock's doing and what I would do based upon the way I trade using the Lightning Trade setup right here. So right now, full disclaimer, I'm not in American Airlines or Micron, and especially American Airlines, I don't have plans getting in anytime soon for it. With Micron, I might, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So American Airlines, as you can see right here, there's the lower pivot down there. There's the upper pivot I'm using right here. You see price broke out, started the Lightning trade. Never went up, hit 62.61, which would have ended that move for it. So came down, hit 38. Never went up and hit 54.53, which again would have completed the Lightning trade. And so right now the exit is going to be around the $54 level. 54.53 is the ultimate, but like I always say, I like getting out a little bit early just to make sure I get filled. So the exit I would do if I was in the stock would be $54. Now if price continues to go down and hit the 0% Fibonacci level down here, 24.82, then I move the exit just below the 50% level, which would be around 30. Well, the highest is 39.68, but again, it'd probably be around $39 where I'd have my exit. So, I mean, right now, if you're wondering, looking at going into the stock, the answer would be yes. If I was looking at getting into the stock, I felt like it had a lot of upside potential based upon their earnings and everything like that, then yeah, sure, because when I look at its free trade to where no matter how much lower it's going down, my exit is always going to be around $39 level. So right now it's at $32.94, so you definitely have some room to grow for up there. But that's if it goes down and hits the 24.82 first. If it doesn't, it definitely could go back up and hit around the $54 level. So that's where the current exit would be right now. So if I was looking at getting in the stock right now, wouldn't have too much of an issue getting in right now. First exit would be $54. If price comes down and hit 24.82 before hitting the 54, then move the exit down to $39. So yeah, right now it's a decent area to get in if you're looking at getting long to it. I don't know if it's going to go up or down from this area, but that's how I would enter, and those would be my exits. Now let's go over to Micron here. Alrighty, so here's Micron, and when I was looking at the charts today, I was like, wow, this is a good place to enter the stock. So full disclosure, I am probably going to enter in here today. I like the way the setup is and what it looks like for it. So I probably will enter in later today. I use Robinhood for my trading based upon how I need to trade and everything it does. It does what I need. It's super simple. Free commissions, doesn't cost anything for that. So definitely if you have a smaller account size, definitely anything under $10,000. It saves you a good bit in commissions for it. So here's the setup. Down here you can see is the lower pivot we're using, and then there's the upper pivot right here that I highlighted in blue. So then as you can see, price broke above that pivot point, that initiated the Lightning trade. Obviously it never went ahead and hit up the 127 Fibonacci extension level, which is $70.59. Came down, hit the 38% level, 53.65, never went up, and hit what would have been the new exit around 63.54. Came all the way back down, hit the 0% level at 37.64, and now has just been kind of waffling around ever since. We can do the opposite way, Fibonacci level right here, and you can see where it bounced off of. It looks like it's the 127 around 44 it bounced off of. Yeah, perfect, up to 127. So obviously that would have been a whole lot better to get into it right now, but so right now price is currently at $36.80. I'll probably get in right around here, this level, after I do this video right now. and then the exit's going to be, let's see, it's 50.59 is the upper max. So I'll put my exit probably about $50 is where my exit would be for it. And then if price continues to go down lower, let's see here. Price continues to go down lower, probably my next entry would be, I'll probably enter somewhere between 26 to 30, and then 21 would be it. But who knows if it's going to get down low. I'm not going to get down that low. So yeah, that's how I'm going to trade it. Again, you make your own financial decisions. This is just my opinion, so don't take it as concrete, solid financial advice, because again, it's not. It's just my opinions based upon how I trade. So right now, yeah, you got good profit potential based upon my Lightning trade setup, which is what I'm looking to do. So again, getting in around 36.80 here in just a little bit, and getting out. My exit's going to be around $50. And the way I trade, usually the first time I enter in a stock, because usually I scale into a stock, because just about every time I make my first purchase, price always goes against me. So I've learned to keep that one as my smallest purchase. So if it does go down, I mean, there is a tiny little gap right here, 34.72 up to 35.06. That definitely could come down and get filled. But probably initially my second entry that I'd have waiting for me would be around, let's stop right here, be around $30 would be my second entry. Looking to get into it if price continues to move against me, and again, like I said, probably the third one would be around 21, $22. Hopefully it doesn't go that low, but hey, even if it does, no big deal. Just get in at a better price level, so eventually when price comes back up, make a nice size profit. This is also using the daily chart, so obviously the time frame could, it could take months for this thing to come back and get completed, but not a big deal. Taking a look at the MFI down here, it's not at the overbought level yet. Came down a little bit and then just stopped, went back up. So that's good. If it was, as you can see, like over here, if it was probably at those overbought levels, I probably wouldn't be getting in and out. I'd wait for it to come down off of a little bit. I don't use the MFI levels to base upon solely my trading decisions. It's just a guide, as I always say, just to see exactly where price is going. You see when it got oversold down here, and it pivoted for whatever reason. Doesn't necessarily mean price is going to pivot right when it hits the oversold level, but it is a good guide to look at. So yeah, so looking at getting in around first entry around 36.80. Right now it's 36.72. Gone down a little bit since doing this video. Next it's going to be around $50. So plan on doing that here a little later today, full disclosure. So now let's look at the GBPPLN, because I'm going to show you all how I get into these trades and what it looks like right here. So this thing right here, when I was doing my daily scans for new entries to get in, whether it's stocks or forex, just depending on how much money I have available for it, the GBPPLN fit into it perfectly. And so this is going to be the Lightning trade setup. As you can see over here, the short rollover is positive. So all that means is, if you're not familiar with it, is here, let me show you here real quick. What that means is down here you can go check, and these are the rollover rates right here. There's the product, there's if you hold on to a long position, and there's here if you hold on to a short position. Basically what happens is, I don't know, once or twice a week, I forget how many times, but they'll credit your account or deduct from your account depending on what position you hold for it. So before I ever get into one of these forex trades, I always look and see what it is. It isn't a whole lot of extra money. Oh, well, look at this. Never mind. Short rollover is it's a negative number right there. But this is so small here, 0.05, that I guess when I looked at this a couple of days, a week ago, these rollover rates do change. They do fluctuate. Sometimes you see them all at 0, which is whatever, they're trying to adjust the rates for it. But right now, being 0.05, this is very small. So even though this could take weeks to fulfill, the debit that they'll pull out from your account would be like just 2, 3, 4 cents based upon a 0.01 sized unit I'm trading right now. I know, big money, right? So that's just one thing I always look for it. And then also another thing you need to look at is the how much margin it's going to take up. So definitely with all British pound pairs, it's a 250% margin, but we'll just go over here. I'll just show you what it looks like right here. And pull that over here. Yeah, so here you go, margin percentage 250. So it definitely takes away, you know, more from some of the other pairs. Like if you look at pretty much any of the USD pairs right here, like there's the USD CAD, it's only 100%. So obviously you can get in with more units right here than the GBP pairs, and it's going to take away less margins from you. But you know, the movements, it does give you better profit for it. So the way the lightning trade is set up right now, this is the 4-hour chart. You can trade off the 1-hour chart. This is easier to see for display purposes right here. Using this pivot point up here, we'll just highlight it real quick. And this one down here. So using those two, see price came, broke down below it, went up, hit the 38, never came down and hit the 0, and oh yeah, and then after it broke it, it obviously never went down and hit the 127 level. So hit the 38, it's fixing to hit the 0% level. So even though it hasn't hit the 0% level right yet, technically my exit can be down here at the 100% level, but it probably will go up there and hit it sooner than later. So I might just go ahead and put my exit just above the 50% retracement level, since it's already, you know, just so close to hitting there. Of course, it could pivot off of that and go straight down to close down to the 100% level, because that would truly be the current exit for it is. But you know, if it just goes up another 88 pips, it would hit it. So anyway, so let's get it right now. All right, 0.01 sell, short long. Boom. Okay, in it, there you see. Now we're going to drag down my exit right here. There's the 50. I usually like come up about enough to make sure I get filled. 20. Yeah, that's plenty right there. So we'll even go up a little bit further. There we go. So anyways, so that's it. I'm in right there and looking at getting out just a little bit north of the 50 right there. Even though price, like I said, even though it still hasn't come up and hit the 0% level up here, I'm just going to go ahead and put my exit right here, just for, you know, if it gets a flash down right here and I get back in again. Hey, that's cool. But the way I trade, really, it should be down currently right here right now. But you know, I'm just going to leave it right there. I usually check these charts at most twice a day. I hate sitting in front of the charts all day. I used to think I loved it, but I don't. Now let's see where my next entry would be based upon the opposite way, the Fibonacci level. So there's the 127 level right there. So we'll put an limit order waiting right there, and then what you have to do is come over here, take the copy the take profit from that one. Go put it in the take profit from this one right here, and then my next entry over there would be at the 161 level. So we'll go ahead and do that, and do that right there. Okay, and then I just, after that, I like to have it at the 261 and the 423 level, so the orders waiting, because what Forex is best known for, which I see people complaining on, well, I'll spend a whole lot of times on forums, but I see people complain the most about is all these flash moves, and it took out their stop losses and all this kind of stuff, and they're like, oh, they're stop hunting for me, and I'm like, no, they're not stop hunting for you and your 0.01 size lot that you're trading. They don't care about that. They know they but you know, they do hide the moves and all that kind of stuff. So what I was looking at doing when I was creating my trading styles was I wanted to get in on those moves. I wanted to be in on those flash moves, not be the one complaining about them going against me. So I said, well, what trading style can I make up? And I noticed that trading from the edges or trading from the extremes are the best ways to get in to those. Now, of course, price can, you know, move against you quite a bit, but hey, you just have to plan out your margin, and you'll be all right. So, because let me show you, where was that one chart? Yeah, like this, for instance, right here. This is currently when I'm in the CADJPY. So this is lightning trade down here. I think I talked about this, but look at this flash down right here. You know, this is using this right here. This is 4-hour chart right here. Look at this move right here. Starts up here, goes all the way down there in the span of 4 hours. I mean, that's a huge move for it. So there's tons of people that got stopped out right here. So if I was being smart at the time, obviously, I got in up here. I think what happened was the price had already made the move down, and then when I was looking, I was like, wow, this is still a good entry right here. You know, this is below the 161 Fibonacci extension level, and max it's all the way up here just below the 50, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in right here, and the price, you know, continues to go down against me. So My next one I have set up is just below the 261 and then the 423. So the goal is to catch these flash moves like that, because I mean, look at that. With the span of 4 hours, you get in, and then it's already within a day or two popped up all the way up that right there. And that's what you see over and over and over again in the forex market. You see these, you know, parabolic moves, these huge flash down moves, and then they come right back up, and it's going to give you a ton of pips right there. And so that's what my trading style is looking to capitalize on, is getting in those extremes, staying out of the middle ranges. And that's kind of in December, when I barely had any profit for the month of December in forex. I made the mistake of getting in some of the middle areas, even though it was a legitimate lightning trade. If I just waited for the pullback to happen for the stuff that didn't have the retracements, then I'd been in much better shape. Because let me just show you one real quick from over the summer. It was the EUR Turkish lira, or whatever they call it. But let me just show you, because that right there from 2018, this was when I used to trade that. The margin's real high on it, so I don't do it anymore. But this was right here, a great trade for me. Let's go to 4 hour charts, because I think that's what it was. Yeah, look at this right here. When I saw this right here, I immediately got short right here, because I knew it was coming back. It was just going up way too high. So I think what I did, this was using my 127, 143, 161 trade. So let's look at this here real quick. So I think I had it drawn back like that. Yeah, so that's definitely what I had right here. So here's the bottom pivot point. Let's straighten this up right here. There's the bottom pivot point. Here is the top pivot point I'm using. So the way the 127, 143, 161 trade works is, when price hits that level, that initiates the trade for it. So price hits the 127, so then if you got in right there, your exit would be at the 100% level right there. You never hit that, so price hits the 143, so then you move your exit down to the 127 level. Price still never hit that, went up to the 161, so then after that, you move down your exit to the 143 level, and then that's where it stays. But as you can see, price blew up through there, threw up to 200. So when I saw that, and they were talking about, you know, all the stuff going on in Turkey and everything like that, and there's a huge crisis over there for their currency and everything, I said, oh man, that's awesome, great shorting opportunity for me right there. So I think the first entry I got in was around like the 200. Then I got in again. I have one written up here. I got, you know, very fortunate. The one at the 261 level, and I didn't even wait for it to get down. You see how at first it came down close to the 143, but never finally completed it. By the time it hit the 261 and it had come down to, I think, about right in here, I just got out of it right there. I mean, it was a big gain for it. Why wait to try to get every little bit of it? I got out right there. I never got back into it because I was already in some other stuff, and the margin would have been too much for me. But you can see how the stuff pays off right here. I mean, I got in 261, got out right there with the second contract, and the first one I got in around here, and I got out right there. So two huge moves that were over very quickly. And then you can see eventually we'll go ahead and put the blue line up here at the 143 just above it. And there's the, let's move this up. There's the 143, you know, and there's the 50, excuse me, the exit, the true exit right there. So it took a little bit while longer, but there you go, bam. It finally eventually came down and hit it in October, middle October. But I was out of here in August for it. So that's how I like trading those parabolic moves. Look for those huge trades in the 127, 143, 161, really capitalizes on it. And so that was one of my biggest epiphanies when I was first doing the meditation, looking at creating trading styles I work for myself. So that's where right now, GBPPLN, live in it. I know, big lots right here, 0.01, big money. But it is what it is, looking to build up the account, and that's it. So hopefully that helped. If you have any questions or anything like that, want me to go over specific pairs, forex, stocks, cryptos, or anything like that, be glad to do it based upon the way I trade. And so anyways, take care, have a good one. Hope to make some money. See you later. Bye.